What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Imani Murray, and welcome if you are new. First of all, today we are getting into how to grow your engagement on your Instagram stories, how to make it pop, how to make it aesthetically pleasing. If you are interested, stay tuned because we're gonna get all into it. After you watch this video, it's just gonna take your Instagram stories, to the next level. Let's get into it. Using all of these tips, or even a few of them, I've noticed, and even some of my clients have noticed, that their numbers just go up. So let's get into number one. Number one is like the essential that I do for every post that I make on my story is to use the location and the hashtags. Instagram gives you an option to put the location of where you are. You click that sticker of location, you type in where you are, whether it's you want to use that you're in Manhattan or you're at a specific location, whether it's a restaurant or you're at like a football game and you want to put the arena, or all locations have a story. So if you go to a Mets game, a New York Mets game, the location, Citi Field, they have their own story. So when you put your location, it's going to populate in there. If, say you're in Manhattan on 5th Ave story, it's going to populate in there. Now, there's a sticker on Instagram stories that says hashtags. I don't use that because it limits you on one hashtag. What I do is you click the text button, and that's when you type all your hashtags, right? I usually put about 10. So say you're at like the BET Awards, right? Or you're talking about something about the BET Awards, especially if the BET Awards is happening right then, it's gonna populate in that. If you're talking about your morning routine, hashtag morning routine, it may populate into the morning routine story. And now you can go type in hashtag morning routine to search in the Instagram search, and you'll see that there's a story for that, and that's where it'll populate. Now here's the other trick to both using the location and the hashtags. What I tend to do, automatically with the hashtags, I hide them behind either the post that I'm resharing, or if it's just a picture that I uploaded on my story, I'll use the little color finder and I'll find a color within the picture, pick that color to make the text that color, if you get what I'm saying, and then make it smaller and it'll blend into the picture so you can't see the hashtags. And then for the location, sometimes I'll use the location like so you can see it, and then sometimes I'll pick the location and then I'll hide it because I want the views, but I don't really want people to necessarily know where I am. Number two, utilize the stickers and graphics provided by Instagram. So you have polls, you have questions, you have the emoji slider, you have quiz, you have countdowns. Utilize all that because that makes your followers engage with you more. It makes them interact more. It makes them feel like they're more connected to you. And keep in mind when you're doing an Instagram story, the whole purpose is to create a story. So whether it's through one post, whether it's through one story or multiple stories. So for example, what I like to do when I'm going on a trip, right? So I did this actually when I went to Aruba. Sidebar, if you haven't watched my Aruba travel vlog, you should go check it out. I did this when I went to Aruba for my birthday. I started out the trip with a boomerang of me in the air on a plane, right? And I did a quiz, a little quick quiz. Where do you think I'm going? And I listed some options, right? Now, it's not a real quiz. You're not gonna unless you are, maybe this is who you are, you're gonna give out a prize. I wasn't gonna give out a prize, but it makes people, interact with your page, interact with who you are, interact with your story. Little things like that. You can do even before I went on that Aruba trip, actually, a few months before that, I did a few polls on my story, asked if they had been to certain countries because I was trying to narrow down where I wanted to go for my birthday. So once again, they're engaging in your story and it all comes back together. So a few months ago, you asked them, oh, have you been to such and such? Yes or no? What did you like about, if you did go to such and such, what did you like about it? And then you make that a question sticker. You're utilizing the poll, you're utilizing the question, question sticker and you're utilizing the quiz sticker. Another thing that I tend to do, or I like to do, is use the emoji slider sticker. If I'm posting, like, because I'm obsessed with looking at houses and like luxury houses and home decor, so I'll reshare a post to my page, to my story, and use the emoji slider sticker with the heart eye emoji. And it takes people 2 seconds to just slide it. That's another way to increase your engagement. Also, another thing that you can utilize is the timestamp, the weather stamp, and music. Utilizing the music sticker helps a lot, you know, because you can have just this boring, you can have this boomerang, right? Or a time lapse, or just this regular picture, and it's just there. Like, it's not grabbing people, it's not doing anything, and it could be the best thing, you think it's the best thing ever. You put some music behind it, and now people are like, oh, okay, what is this? Because people like music, it grabs their attention, especially if it's one of their favorite songs. They're like, all right, let me check this out, let me see what's going on, right? It catches their attention. There's nothing wrong with just doing a time lapse, but putting that extra oomph on it, it'll make it better. Another thing within the sticker graphics section is, it's like a seasonal, I want to call it like a seasonal thing. It depends on what's happening in the world. Like right now, we're all quarantined, right? So if you go to that section, there's a stay-at-home section, a stay-at-home sticker. Use that sticker, your story automatically gets put on that sticker's story, automatically. Due to the Instagram algorithm, not all your followers see your story, right? When you use that sticker, because that story is first on everybody's story lineup, people are gonna watch that. Now people that weren't watching your story before are now watching it because you use that one sticker. And that sticker is not always going to be there, but when you see it pop up, it's usually like one of the first 2 stickers. You can make it smaller and hide it, because that's what I like to do, because they're not always the cutest little stickers. To continue with the graphics and stickers thing, GIFs, GIFs, however you say it, use those things, okay? Use them. You can go from having a simple picture to adding a dancing skeleton or some like sparkle. Say you took a picture of your boomerang, or you're doing your morning routine, so you're getting your coffee in front of your Keurig, right? You went from having just your Keurig and your coffee cup to now your Keurig, coffee cup, and some coffee steam. Cute. Easiest thing ever. They have so many different options. You just search what you want. You can do quarantine, you can do coffee, you can do spa day, you can do jumping up and down, like so many different options. I have one client that literally will share her story, like share her post to her story, and just will add one GIF, and it's just like, okay, I'm done. But adding that is better than just sharing your post to your story and calling it a day. Number four, fonts, right? Utilize the font options. So you have a bunch of different ones. You have strong, classic, modern, neon, typewriter. You can change the different colors. You can layer them. You can kind of make it like a 3D effect. So you write out one line of whatever you want, right? Say you're saying Happy Monday in white text, right? And strong. And then you copy that same text, change the color, layer it now, right? And boom, now it's like a 3D effect. And you can do that with so many different colors. I personally enjoy doing that with strong. Neon is like, it depends on what color you're using. It's for it to really pop. I don't really care to use it. But what I like to do is I like to use 3 different fonts. I'll do strong, and then maybe I'll do neon, and then maybe I'll do modern or typewriter. But like giving those 3 different types of fonts, it adds character. Changing the different colors from making happy to green and Monday to yellow, bringing more character. It's not just like Happy Monday. Now it's Happy Monday, okay? And then you add your GIFs, your GIFs, exclamation points, some swirls. You can add a little text background on it, all of the above. Okay, number 5. We're halfway there. 5 more to go. Number 5, another favorite of mine that I tell everybody to do. I tell everybody to do this, is to tag people in your story. Only if it's relevant. Do not tag people just and then expect them to repost it because you tagged them. No, that is annoying. You don't want to do that. Don't tag Michelle Obama in a story about your toe, okay? You don't want to do that. For example, it kind of ties back to like using the location sticker. So say you're at a restaurant, right? And you're taking a picture or video of your food, tag them in your story. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to repost it or they're going to acknowledge it. So when they repost it to their story, it brings the traffic back to your page. You get what I'm saying? So I recently did an event at Catch Astoria. And when I tell you their food was so good, I had to share it to my story. They immediately reposted it on their page. So that brought traffic back to my page. And it wasn't like this fancy video at all, but it brought traffic back to my page. Tag the people that are relevant to the post. Brands these days, they want people to tag them in their stories. They want people to tag them in their post because that helps them with their following and their engagement and getting their word out. So do the same. Use them just like they want you guys to use their name. It may not hit every single time, but more than likely it's gonna hit. They're gonna acknowledge it. They're gonna repost it. I'm not just saying this stuff just to say it. I'm saying these things because I've seen it happen. I've seen it work. I've seen it grow numbers. Number 6. By now, I hope you know how to share a post from your timeline or from your feed to your story. But if not, I'll break it down real quick. The arrow under the picture, that is share to story. Very simple. Now, when you share a post, whether it's your post, somebody else's post, well, actually, that arrow thing is to either share to your story or send the post to somebody through DM. Okay, so boom. You share the post to your story. Instagram automatically picks the color of the background based on whatever colors are in the post. So say it's like a mainly green picture. The background is going to be green. You may not want green as your background. So to change the color of your background, it's very simple. You click the swirly line at the top and it pulls up like the markers. You pick the colors you want. You press and hold on anywhere besides the actual post. And boom. Okay, I'll change this. Now, if you want to jazz it up and get a little crazy, there's a way you can change the actual background to a picture. All the other steps that I'm giving you in this video are you just use Instagram. This one, we're going to have to step outside of Instagram and get the app called Over. It's a free app. So download the app. You click the plus button at the bottom to start a new project. You click image, right? You find an image, whether you want to use the image that you already have, or you can go and swipe to the right for like stock pictures. You type in whatever. If you want a blue background, something with blue in it, you type in blue, it'll pop up. You click the image, you click whatever size you want. If you're doing an Instagram story, it's usually the first option that pops up. You click the check sign to move forward. You then click the third option, the layers option, and you click the layer that has your picture. You slide at the bottom, there's like different options to do. You slide at the bottom until you see mask. You click mask, and then you're gonna draw a small little box, circle, triangle, question mark, whatever you want to draw. You draw a small shape, then you click the check button. You click the export button, which is the yellow button at the top right, and then at the bottom it says, bottom right, it says more. You click copy picture, go back to Instagram. Act like you're about to type something, But instead of typing something, you're gonna hold the screen to paste the picture, and then you're gonna like zoom in so that the picture is like sized to your story. Are you following me? Are you sure you're following me? You get it? You got it? Okay. So you zoom the picture out so that it fits the story, and you should still be able to see the actual post that you're sharing. So you click the post, and then it'll bring it to the front of the picture. And then you tap the post if you want to see the caption, or you tap it again if you just want to keep it clean lines without. The next one is number 7, and it kind of goes with the last tip I just gave. So if you want to have like multiple pictures, and say you want it to like line up in the middle, or you want it to be like staggered, but you want to have 3 different pictures, all you have to do is act like you're about to type something and then paste the picture. Just like you did in the last step, same thing. And you can turn it, you can flip it, you can do whatever. So number 8 is probably one of my favorite things out of this line, out of these tips. Number 8 is really just utilizing the different types of content you can put on your story, whether it's just a simple picture, whether it's a boomerang, whether it's a time lapse, whether it's the super zoom that Instagram provides. Time lapse, I've noticed I always get the most engagement when I post time lapse, partially because people enjoy seeing what you're doing, whether it's you're working, whether it's you're making your morning shake, whether it's you working out. Switch it up. Switch it up. Nobody wants to see every day just a picture. Just a picture. Switch it up. They have filters, the different filters you can use. Like I said, the zoom, the super zoom, the boomerang, time lapse. Time lapse is very easy on iPhones or Apple products, or iPad, iPhones. It's on your camera app. This is all free stuff. Utilize it. Especially if you're a brand or a company or an influencer. People like to see behind the scenes work. They like to feel like they got some exclusive content. They like to feel like, oh, okay, this is cool. I've never seen this before. So show them that. So you have live, create, normal, boomerang, layout, super zoom, and hands-free. And then on top of that, you can also use time lapse. Because the pictures, they get old. Switch it up. Number 9, more so like a bonus. And I really want people, if there's nothing else you take from this video, I want you to take this tip and run with it, please. Because whenever I see this on my story, it like if I'm watching people's stories and I see it, it drives me insane. Insane. But this also goes back to the fact that I realize a lot of people don't understand really how to utilize their social media, or Instagram specifically, the best way. So the last tip of this video, please, when you, and I'll take a pause. Because technically this is not, it's more so, this is why it's a bonus, because it's more so focused on your Instagram post, your Instagram feed versus like your Instagram story, but it ties in together. So please people, when you are posting a video on your page, on your feed, not your story, on your feed, when you're making an actual post, please put a cover. Because if you don't put a cover, it's going to be a black box, right? And so when you share it to your story, you're just going to see a black box with a little white triangle in the corner. Nobody is going to click on that because it's not appealing, it doesn't jump out to them. They don't know what it is. All they see is a black box. So all it takes is 2 seconds. When you're posting a video to your page, make sure you're putting a cover. because when you share it, or if I share it, or I see somebody sharing it, the next time I see this happen on my story, I'm gonna freak out. Literally, when I was gonna record this video the other day, Snoop Dogg had just did it, and I was just like, what in the world? Where's your social media manager? And I get it, he probably doesn't care about that type of stuff. But like, if you have a certain aesthetic to your Instagram, or you have a certain aesthetic about your page, about your brand, about whatever, that is the quickest way to mess it up. Because I promise you, it doesn't have to be the perfect cover, but a black box is not it. And like I said, when you share it or somebody else is sharing it, you're more than likely not going to get as much engagement or as much clicks on it, because nobody knows what they're looking at. This is when, and if, okay, so say you do, that does happen. This is when it's best to utilize the GIFs, whatever, text, explain to them what's happening, what they're looking at, or what they're about to look at, and what you want them to click on, because you dropped the ball by not putting a cover. So now you have to do damage control and utilize all these Instagram stickers and graphics and things. So to save you a step, put a cover on your video. Please, please, please. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you on here. It's very easy though. You can't miss it. When you're uploading a video, it's the option next to trim on the right hand side, cover. Slide the slider over. Click a cover. You have to, please. If that's the only thing to take from this video, please, please, please. Put a cover. That was the bonus tip. And I hope you guys learned something from today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is not just for someone who is an entrepreneur. This is for someone who just likes to do Instagram for fun, but just wants to like utilize it more. I do feel like I have a second bonus. It just popped in my head. Oh my god, it just popped in my head. So I have two bonus. I'm sorry, I have to do this. So another quick way to kind of make things a little jazzier on your story is to add like a color overlay. So say you have a boomerang, right? And you want to like jazz it up a little bit more. You click the marker option, which is like the squiggly line at the top. You click not the fine point one. I think it's the third option. It's the third option, the chisel point, right? And you pick your color. You press and hold down on the screen, and it makes it the color transparent. You see what I'm saying? Right? So that makes it kind of like a mysterious kind of thing. Like, ooh, what's going on back there? Very simple, a very quick, straight to the point. I promise you that I would like to do those as well, because I think it just adds more character than just like the regular boomerang. And that was my final tip. So make sure, if you're not already, since we're already talking about Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram to see all the cute things I post on my story, because not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I gotta pop an Instagram story, okay? And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.